Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and man, today's video is going to be something special. As you guys can see, got my Christmas tree still up, got some lights in the kitchen. Haven't taken it down, and I thought, you know what? Why not just turn this on, give you guys a nice little view. We're going to be taking it down this weekend, so this is the last you're going to see it, but thought I would include it. But yeah, today's video is going to be about diving into stats and kind of dissecting and creating like a minimum of past Super Bowl winners and trying to dictate this year's Super Bowl winner with those stats. So if you guys are new here and you do enjoy the content, drop a like and consider subscribing. We've hit 1,000 subscribers and we've just been growing really fast ever since then. So thank you guys so much for all the support. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, the first thing you're going to see here on screen is a list of the last 20 Super Bowl matchups. It's going to show the team, their offensive points per game, where those offensive points per game ranked in the NFL, the team's offensive rank, their defensive turnovers, their defensive rank, and their regular season wins. Now, you might be thinking, this is a ton of information. I can't even see it on screen, and you're right. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to cut this list into only the Super Bowl winners. Now, this list looks a lot more legible. There's only 20 teams on here, and you can see that I have added QBR. Now, we'll get into that a little bit later, but for now, let's just pay attention to this list. So first thing first is we're going to take this list and we're going to kind of eliminate any outliers. So, for example, the Denver Broncos that won Super Bowl 50, we know their defense was one of the best in the league. You can see they forced 27 turnovers, and their defense ranked 4th in the NFL, but their offense ranked 18th in the NFL. Their offense ranked 19th in the NFL, and their offensive points per game was 22.2, and that ranked 18th in the NFL. So we're just going to kind of eliminate the Denver Broncos from this list. Now, the next team we're going to eliminate from this list is the New York Giants that won Super Bowl 46. Their offense was decent, but their defense was not the greatest. Even though they did force 31 turnovers, they ranked 25th in the NFL. Now, two more we're going to eliminate, the first one being the Pittsburgh Steelers, and their offense wasn't the greatest, but their defense was the greatest. They ranked number 1 in the NFL, but their offense was 17th and 20th for points per game and overall offense. And the last one we're going to eliminate is the Peyton Manning-led Indianapolis Colts. Their offense was great, but their defense was not the greatest, ranking 23rd in the NFL. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the minimum from each category and create a minimum stat here. So you'll see it on screen here. You'll see the minimum offensive points per game was 22.9, and the minimum ranking for that was 14th. The minimum offensive ranking is also 14th, and the minimum defensive turnovers is 20, and finally the defensive rank is 17th, and regular season wins being 10. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take that minimum we just created and we're going to compare it up against the teams that are in the playoffs right now. Now, how this is going to work is every team has to have a minimum of at least 22.9 points per game, the 14th ranked offense, at least 20 defensive turnovers, at least the 17th ranked defense, and at least 10 regular season wins. Now, let me apply that, and boom, there it is. You'll see that there are only 5 teams remaining. The Baltimore Ravens, the Buffalo Bills, the Cleveland Browns, the San Francisco 49ers, and the Dallas Cowboys. So we went from 14 teams down to only 5. Now, the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to bring you back over to the other list that I had that contained QBR. QBR is a very important statistic. It started being tracked in 2011, and if you don't really know what it is, it's much better than passer rating. It takes into account the pass the quarterback is throwing, how deep was the pass, was it the right pass on third down, was it the right read, was it an accurate pass, was it out of the end zone, was it incomplete, how much time was remaining on the clock. It takes into account everything, right? So QBR is an important stat. So what we're going to do here next is now, if you were looking at this list, how many teams is that? 2 out of the last 13 teams do not qualify for what I'm about to tell you. So basically, this is going to be hard to explain, but we're going to only be looking at 4 categories here for these teams on this list: offensive points per game, offensive rank, defensive rank, and QBR. Now, 11 out of the 13 teams on this list are at least top 10 in 3 out of the 4 categories. So for example, we'll do last year's Super Bowl champs, the Kansas City Chiefs. They rank first in offensive points per game, which is top 10. They rank top 10 in offensive rank. They rank top 10 in QBR. So that's 3 out of the 4. I'll pick another one. The Philadelphia Eagles and Nick Foles. Their offense points per game ranks first, which is top 10. Their offensive rank is third. Their defensive rank is fourth. So that's 3 out of the 4. Now the Denver Broncos, their offensive points per game ranks 18th. Their offensive rank is 19th. Their defensive rank is fourth, but that's not 3 out of 4. So we're going to take that legend that we just created and we're going to apply that to this one here. And the team that you see eliminated is the Cleveland Browns. Now they do have their offensive points per game is ranked in the top 10, but other than that, no other one of those categories ranks in the top 10. So now that just leaves us with 4 teams remaining: the Buffalo Bills, the Baltimore Ravens, the San Francisco 49ers, and the Dallas Cowboys. Now another stat I'm not going to throw on screen, but I'm going to tell you guys is out of the last 15 Super Bowl champions, the last 15 have had a quarterback in at least top 20 in NFL passing yards. Now, this might shock you, but the team that we're going to eliminate from this list that does not qualify for that is the Baltimore Ravens. They rank 21st in the NFL. So now that leaves us with 3 teams: the Buffalo Bills, the San Francisco 49ers, and the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I don't know exactly who is going to win, but now it's kind of just a pick your poison. When the Niners played the Cowboys, the Niners blew out the Cowboys. The Bills have not played either team. Well, they did play the Cowboys and they beat the Cowboys. So if you want to try and get a Super Bowl matchup, I know the favorite is the Baltimore Ravens and the San Francisco 49ers, but don't be surprised if the Buffalo Bills go to the AFC Championship game and maybe win that game against Baltimore and end up beating San Francisco. But that being said, who do I pick? My winner would probably have to be the San Francisco 49ers, even though the Buffalo Bills are hot and the Baltimore Ravens have completely obliterated a bunch of really good teams. They obliterate the Dolphins, the Niners, and a couple other teams out there. So yeah. But yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed. I'm going to be doing a NFL playoff bracket that's going to be coming out tomorrow. So look out for that. But hopefully you all enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And as always, I will see you all next video. Peace.